Okay,
Oh no,
let's do this then.
they took away party mode. Sorry, carry on.
Party mode was no, just no.
I
Anyway,
wanted the I wanted the link to the video.
welcome to Roundtable 52. This is the year episode. We've done a whole year. Can't believe it. This is our weekly event where we let you know about upcoming changes and our plans for the coming week. We will also give you a recap of the previous week's events, plenty of waffling, and answer any questions you may have. So, general chat is, as usual, being recorded for YouTube. Say hello to YouTube. Post your gifts. Get them over with. Here we go.
Oh, waffles!
Yay!
Everybody loves waffles.
Downtime on Wednesday as normal at 9 a.m. UK. So that's tomorrow morning, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Luckily, we got quite a lot of it out of the way. We've had a productive day, so shouldn't be too bad tomorrow, I don't think. So, some art news this week. We've got a fair bit of art news this week. Starting off with, yet again, the big announcement. Fjordjaw official release is coming next month, we believe. We're
Mm-hmm.
going to be running the official map. It will be set up the same way we did with Lost Island, so you can transfer in. You can't transfer stuff out, so if you take stuff out, it can't come back in. Fairly straightforward. And as of that, the modded version will be closing down. If
No, I
you
think
have
you got
main
that the wrong way
bases,
around there.
yeah, the modded version's going to be closing down.
No. You can transfer your person in.
Yes,
You can take stuff out,
out, but you can't bring
but
it back
not
in.
back in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so orc stuff for this week. Some server manager issues were identified. These were preventing servers from updating properly and getting stuck in the process. It was much fun. I was going to say that this is going to be fixed tomorrow at maintenance, but it appears DJ's been hard at work today and has fixed it already, right?
Yes. As many of you noticed, some of the servers got stuck while they were updating or restarting. We rolled back the software that controls that, and then a few days later, after reporting the issues, we had a new version of said software, which we've already deployed and tested today with the minor update.
Excellente. Second on the list then, Genesis 2 and some of the issues we've been having there. So I see we've scheduled another restart.
Well, there's a lot of things going on with Genesis 2. The first issue we had earlier in the week was because it hung on a restart after an update, which was due to the server management software. The other issue that we were having is after it's been up for a while, it gets particularly laggy. So we've had to address that with daily restarts at 12 minutes past 6 a.m. UK time, except for Wednesday, in which case it'll be a manual restart. And the other thing that I was looking at today as well is the Genesis 2 save file has grown massively. So a large save file is about 350 megabytes. Genesis is just creeping over a gigabyte now. And so whenever it saves, it has to write that full gigabyte to a new file. And it saves every roughly 30 minutes. So you don't lose your progress. So that if the server crashes or goes down, that's when the rollback happens and you go back to the last good save. What most people don't realize is the servers aren't constantly writing to disks. Everything is stored in memory. So when a server crashes, you lose everything in the memory. And then it rolls back to the last time that server was saved. So we have to keep saving every half hour. But you may notice it hitch when that happens. And that's simply the amount of objects, people, items on the map. There's nothing we could do about it other than start blowing things up. The map will you can quite happily run a map like that with 70 people on it, as long as they don't build bases bigger than like a couple of hundred blocks each.
Oddly, we have a lot of
Yeah.
people who don't adhere to those rules.
So obviously we have a lot of builders. So yeah, I think it's just an artifact of the way we play.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, there is no fix for it other than move to a less populated map, which some of you may want to do, some of you don't. Totally understand that. But But yeah, it's not something we can fix. Faster hardware is not going to help it. Bigger hardware is not going to help it. It's just whenever it hits that disk to save, the server has to pause, save everything, and then carry on. There's unfortunately nothing we can do.
One thing I did pick up on there, though, which might have piqued a few people's interests.
Hmm.
I know why, but I just thought it would be a nice thing to include. Is why did you pick 12 minutes past 6? Thank you, Fred.
12 minutes past 6, because that's when it restarts on a Sunday morning at 12 minutes past 6.
There you go.
And also so it doesn't conflict with
the
any
saves.
other
Yeah.
scheduled saves, restarts, backups. Unfortunately not. There's so much going on the Arc cluster. You'd never want to have something saving or backing up, or restarting or doing a wild dyno wipe at the same time. So you have to have one server saves, wait a minute, the next one saves, so on and so forth. 11 servers later, it's now 11 minutes later. Then you can restart a server, then so on and so forth. It's just yeah, big spreadsheet of times things happen.
Yep. It's a
If
juggle.
if the overlap shit does not behave well.
Cool, yeah. So moving on then. Snap points is our next. Thank you, Fred. Yes, snap points is our next scheduled topic.
Snap points. Been talking about it for a while, and I just thought it's so mega small. Why the hell not just dump it in tomorrow morning? Paching. Read the description. Understand. It's all cool.
Awesome.
I think it's about 100k, that mod. Just like nothing. Nobody will notice it. The mod count will go up, but it won't do anything to anybody's load time.
Do you want to carry on through the list while
Okay, yep, that's not a problem. Yeah, I was just copying an image from another site just to remind people what it's all about. There you go. That's essentially what it lets you do. Snap anything to anything, S plus to CKF and vice versa. And it also lets you snap CKF and S plus blocks to each other as well and fixes a whole bunch of other bugs. So yeah. Yes, Paleo Arc. We'll get onto that later in the Q&A, so save your questions.
Cool. Snap points, by the way, are really cool. That's going to mean some really nice builds. Been able to mesh the songs together.
So much easier, I think.
Yeah. Okay, so that's snap points. You can have a look. Has the link gone in?
Yes.
Coolio. So that's snap points. Have a look at that. That's going to be all awesomeness. Next thing on the list then, hex shot resources. As everybody's probably known by now, they've been added to the Arc shop. Do you want to go into that in a bit more detail?
Yes.
The future of, and
Yeah. Our long-term goal is to do away with the hex store and have all the functionality within the Arc shop. That's not happening right away, obviously. I figured out how to edit mission rewards and stuff like that, and make it so that missions can drop points or fed shards, whatever. So that won't be a problem. We've done all the math to make sure you get the same value as you would. So the same number of the right amount of fed shards equates to the right amount of hex shards. It's a lossless conversion.
Yep.
So that nobody will be losing out with anything. And I think, was it Panda or Nugget validated my math for me in the dojo a little while ago. I can't remember who it was, but thank you very much.
It probably wasn't. My brain's gone completely. Never mind. Ignore me.
Oh well. But yeah, so long story short, one shop serves all, and you can get your rewards all over the place. That will happen gradually. As a result of that, however, we've got a bit of an overhaul coming for the shop that will make things a lot easier to browse and find.
Yes, this is cool.
this is quite good. What we've realised is the ArcShop sorts everything by some special secret squirrel ID that it stores in the background. So we'll be able to group all the products in the F2 shopping game by their type. So it'll be like dinos, player skins, dino skins, saddles, chibis, all that kind of stuff. And then we're also going to prefix all the descriptions with like a little 2 characters to say what they are. So if you want to find all the saddles, you can just type in SA, hit enter, and it'll list all the saddles for you because they may not have saddle in the name. Or if you want to find all the armor skins that a player can wear, you can search for AS, not AS, as. And it'll give you all the armor skins and stuff like that. So it's going to be much more organized, much easier to browse and find what you want.
Yeah, as more and more stuff's been added to it, I think this is way out of control now, so that's going to be a cool change. So next topic then. This one's an interesting one. Dinosaur level normalization.
I'm prepared for this too.
We're going to normalize the dinosaurs. I don't, quite know what that means, but do you want to explain?
Well, originally dinosaurs were pretty abnormal.
Yes.
So I will give you an example. We're going to get technical here now. This is the island, and in general chat for everybody, that is how or what the chance of getting a dino at that level is on the island. So level 5, you've got a 7% chance. Level 20, it's 13.5%. Level 150, it's less than 1%. That's probably what, 0.05 maybe? I don't know. Something like that. Either way, looks shit. So what we're proposing is, let me find an example of the center. Now, this is why everybody loves the center. So the level distribution on the center is done like this. You don't get level 30, 35, 40, 65, 75, 80, blah, blah, blah. You just get fairly even distribution with a slightly higher weight towards 20 at the low end. So that's how dinos are distributed on the center. Now, what we're going for, something a bit different. So the center is kind of as close to how we're going to do it as we've got a graph for, but we're going to normalize it. So you have an equal chance of getting every level. So it'll be basically flat across the board. The rag graph, that's the same as the center. These are based off of, this data, by the way, is based off of about 10 million dinos being spawned, Rexes to be precise. But there's rag. So what will happen is every level bracket, so 5, 10, 15, 20, whatever, will have an equal amount or equal chance of spawning a dino of that level. So you won't be less of a chance of getting 150 or a level 5. What we want to know, do you want us to leave it as it is, or do you want us to roll out a flat graph across all the servers? This will include modded dinos too. So what I'm basically saying is there's more chance you get a high level dino. Yeah, rag will change too. Rag will become a flat bar graph. So if we've got, what was it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 30. So if I want bit quick math. So everything will be flat at a roughly 3.5%. Shiny dinos will automatically change the level of the dino that they select.
Yeah. They just
So don't worry about that.
pick a random dino, it becomes a shiny, and instantly gets shiny treatment.
Hmm.
Gets buffed and all that sort of stuff. Unless it's the dirty one, in that case they don't bother to buff it.
Yes, Dark Crusty, that's exactly what we're planning on doing. It brings them much closer to being like Raggle the Center. But at the same time, it will also normalize Rag in the center as well. And you will see some dinos spawning in those gaps in between as well.
Also means all the maps are viable as well, so you don't have to worry about disappearing to other maps to get certain things.
Yeah, hunting for dinos on maps where they spawn, but not as often or have a small area becomes a lot more viable.
So yeah, feedback in the dojo about that then would be awesome. Would you like to flatten the dinosaurs? Yes or no? I mean, they already got flattened when the huge meteorite hit, but you know.
It's basically squash the left-hand side down and push the right-hand side up. So less low-level spawns and more high-level spawns.
Yeah. Cool. Shall we move on, or are we
Yeah,
still
I think so.
discussing? Okay, cool.
Let people feedback on that one.
Yep. So the next thing we wanted to remind you about then, or some people don't know, some people may, rank specific dino I was going to say dino bites then for some reason. It sounds like some sort of biscuit. I think it's because we've been talking about Kit Kats. But right about rank specific dino buys. My God, my words. So is everybody aware that there are actually alpha, beta, gamma specific things on the Arc shop? Is the question here. For those that didn't know, those that you have supporter ranks, the way it works is you get one creature at a gamma, one at a beta, one at an alpha, and the alpha has access to all, the beta has access to the beta and the gamma obviously has, yes, fruity dino bites. Those sound amazing. We need some of those.
So yeah, players with supporter ranks get dinos they can buy off of the Arc shop, exclusive to them.
Yep.
They can still be obtained in the game, but they're very hard to get hold of. So it's not like we're locking anything behind a paywall. We're just you can get them if you want to, but you've got to invest time in it, or you've got to support the cluster.
What was the question about the higher stats? Or what higher stats? Oh, VR dinos. The supporter dinos. No, they're still max level dinos, exactly the same as you would get out of the normal ones. But they're the more exotic things, like I think the Tech Mosasaur's in there, the Tech Giga's in there, and the Tech Reaper, I believe.
Yes.
Which brings me to my next point as well, which is other yummy things that are coming. As we've got Fjordjord dropping next month, at the moment, the supporters get access to the Lost Island specific dinos. So next month, when Fjordjord drops, those are going to be made available to everybody and will be replaced with the new creatures, obviously from Fjordjord, which everybody's going to be after. So max level tames, all for supporters, all next month.
Krusty's also asking Arc Editions dinos. When can they be added to the store?
That's an interesting question. I kind of held off on that because the edition stuff has got such cool taming mechanics that it seemed a shame to sort of let people just go straight in rather than seeing the cool stuff that's been done with the mod. But since that's kind of like been done for a while now, I've got no problem with doing that. If you've not, we could do that.
Yeah, I kind of I was thinking throw them on in the short term for the supporter ranks, and then when Fjordjord launches, move them to the main store because there'll be new stuff to tame on Fjordjord.
How's about? Because I've had quite a few people mention like rolling rewards like we used to do, right back
Yes.
in the beginning. So how's about we do like a special monthly? I've already got one big yes there. Loads of people have said this. Why don't we have something like snazzy sort of every month to give away to or to allow them to obtain? So that this sounds like the good idea to do.
Yeah, I think so.
So for Quick as You're Lost, we put in a new mod a while ago now. Additional aberrant dinosaurs. So you'll find quite a few new things crawling around and eating your face.
Quite large.
So the question was, do we add them to the shop? Which yes, we can, but it also satisfies the other question that people keep saying is they'd like something like snazzy every month that changes and sort of mixes it up a little bit. That sounds cool.
I'm down with that.
Yeah, that
I've
sounds really
nearly
cool.
nearly finished the changes for the ARC shop to get everything categorized, make it all easier to find. So we could just tag up an aberrant dinos section, additional dinos section. Sorry.
Yeah, that sounds like a good thing.
Cool. I like that.
Awesome. Our last thing on the ARC thing, I think you've already covered then, which is the grouping of the resources and tags. No, it's not.
Yeah.
Similar? Yes, resources. Yes, it is. It's the same thing we've just been discussing then.
Yes, that is exactly the same thing.
Being able to easily find stuff on the shop, which is, I think, long been coming. That's cool now.
I got something that's not ARC related, more general. Should I leave that till the end? It's more of a question for some help from the community.
Is it ARC related? Go for it.
Kind of. As you're all aware, the suggestions bot is down and has been down for a while. The author of the bot is rewriting it at the moment, and I think it's going to take a while. If anyone has a suggestion on which suggestions bot to use, please let me know. I'm looking for a good one, though. Something that will operate very similar or in a similar fashion to how the one we had worked. People submit suggestions, they get approved, declined, voted on, that kind of thing, and we have a log of all the suggestions that were made. Yeah, suggestion bot is down, and it's down for a long time while the author rewrites it. Some changes to the way Discord works broke it.
Was it party mode?
Did anyone finish party mode? Did they get all the achievements?
I did.
Yeah, me too, but hey, and the special reward at the end.
Noni doesn't hate party mode, but Noni completed party mode. Thank you very much.
You do.
That really high number you have to get to, though. Wow.
What do you mean? Oh God, there were achievements. Does nobody look at the website?
And the massive pop-up when you open Discord. It was huge. I had a lot of people say that. Ooh, extra fluff. Bye.
Boom. Well, interestingly, that extra fluff got us more visits to our website than we've had in 2 weeks.
Yeah, I saw that. That's cool.
We ranked on the first page on Google for how do I, party mode achievements for the entirety of when the event was running.
Have they turned it off now?
Yeah, party mode's off now.
I turned mine off as soon as I completed. It was like, bye. Yes, quick. That was on the WNG website. There it is. And yes, Warfare. Yes. And you can talk to.
Nerd rage.
Warfare knows he's a massive nerd.
Okay, right. So half an hour on ARC and random shit. So shall we move on?
Yes, let's plow on then. So it's tiny little bit of Rust news this week. We have been informed the WebSocket protocol we were waiting for is now ready. Woohoo! We've got to test that. I believe that needs to be done. And this was the last piece of the puzzle we needed. So hopefully soon, TM. I keep saying that. It's been a while now.
Indeed. Yes, it has been a while, but good things come to
those who wait. Exactly. And then Then the 7 days stuff. Oh my god. So I was going to go over some of the stuff from last week, so I'll do that first, and then we'll deal with this morning. So the first thing I want to call to everyone's attention for 7 days is drones. Um, Drones have been causing havoc for quite a while now. It's a well-known thing. It was a fun pimps thing. It was nothing that Kane could have done about it, or it was actually happening in the vanilla too. So using drones can lead to multiple problems, such as teleporting around when you log back in, losing your character completely, or just the drone bugging out and having to have all your drone data reset, probably along with all the gear that it was holding. So one of the things we were told by Kane after a chat last week was he'd been heavily testing A20.5 with his new version of Darkness Falls. It was 203A, was it? And he says that the drones are
Yes.
behaving a hell of a lot better under 20.5 than they've ever done. However, A25 dropped this morning, much to my surprise. I was actually trying to get a lion and was suffering with feeling sick and all sorts of stuff, and it was like, here's a new version. So
Well, it was a surprise to me too until I saw the message and posted the notes. But
yes, it was your notes I actually saw, and I'm just lying there looking at my phone thinking, So A20.5 dropped either late last night or this morning. That's been now installed onto Vanilla and Darkness Falls. So update your client through Steam as soon as you can, otherwise you won't be able to access the game. You will have to update the mod launcher as well. You will have to update the Darkness Falls mod to the latest version. It should do that automatically for you. I've been into all the maps. I've had a look around from what I can. Everything seems to be cool. I think Lady Tula, especially Warfare, Chris, I'd have probably been lynched by now if it wasn't working. I'm guessing Lady T is going to confirm, but everything seems to be okay. So update your 7 days, update your Darkness Falls stuff, and have fun. So that leaves us now to our party notes section. So competition time. Oh no, 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 no. Go.
I was wondering if you just wanted to give the highlights from the patch today.
Honestly,
There was
not a clue offhand.
okay. There is one word of warning with the latest 7 days update. If you run the Discord overlay while playing 7 days, there have been reported issues with 7 days crashing. So recommend turning off your Discord overlay for the time being, till that issue is confirmed dead.
Honestly, I'd recommend turning all the overlays off because they just cause havoc.
Except for the Steam one.
The Steam one's quite good. The Nvidia one is quite good. I have those on.
The Steam one, so you can access the vote rewards and website and stuff in game while playing Ark.
Totally. Yes, that works quite well.
Yeah.
This is 7 days where we're talking about, though. I mean, it's twitchy at best.
Oh, 7 days. Yeah, turn it all off.
If
Don't do any
not
of that shit.
right paranoid, sort of. It goes over on a pin the minute somebody looks at it the wrong way. But it's cool. So,
Let's do a quick run through. Oh, for those of you running Windows 11, you're not going to get that annoying pop-up saying this program's no longer compatible and stuff like that. Well, annoying. Other than that, drone causing excess data on player file. Yeah, that was it, really.
yeah,
Nothing exciting.
that was the player fire growing out of proportion and wrecking havoc. I was just thinking of something else as well. I know what I was thinking about. So the new version of Darkness Falls, as well, as some may be aware, introduces the Compo Pack, which is a kind of a community collaboration pack, all under sort of 2 or 3 developers' umbrella, of player submitted POIs, and some of them are really, really cool. They've got like Aztec themed stuff and sort of Japanese themed samurai buildings and all that sort of stuff. All the way ranging down to sort of the sort of stuff you see off Minecraft, like giant homers standing in the middle of nowhere and all sorts of stuff. So he's actually included a new map with those in. Obviously we can't run them right now, but we do have a reset coming next month. So again, discussions in the dojos. Who would like to see a compo map on Darkness? It's easier to do on Darkness because it's a complete mod overhaul. We can put them on Vanilla, but that makes the Vanilla servers not particularly your server side. You would have to install those yourself. So I'm a bit sketchy about putting them on there, but Darkness is going to be no problem.
So for those of you that wanted some clarification, the events that are running on Discord at the moment show the start and end date of various things. So you've got 7 days maps launch, new 7 days maps launched. If you actually click into that one, you'll see that it ends on June. Yeah. So the current run will end on June the 13th.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's that's Monday.
Yeah, I think
Monday,
so.
June the 13th.
Gives,
So that'll be the earliest we'll put new maps on there,
yeah,
unless something cataclysmic happens.
which it's not going to.
No, definitely not.
No, not going to happen.
And then obviously, there's another event in there, right?
I can't click away at the moment. I'm recording. Carry on.
There is another event in there. Supposedly it starts tomorrow.
It does. Oh,
What's
I mean,
that about?
what could we be talking about? I have no idea. Some sort of competition.
Yes, it is most definitely a competition. So starting tomorrow after the maintenance, the earliest it will start will be 12 midday. We will be running 7 days and Arc competition. Now, last week we gave you some details about this, but we've got a bit more to give now. For the 7 days players, you will have a specific server. That server will be spun up tomorrow during maintenance. You will have a leaderboard for that server available on the website. And the top player from that will go up against the top player from the Arc cluster. On the Arc cluster, your dino kill count will be reset on Wednesday morning during the maintenance. And the player with the most kills for the week will go up against the 7 days player in a flip the coin type approach. I should say, jumping back to 7 days, the 7 days server has been set up specifically for the event. It will not have screamers on it, so no screamer farming, please.
Yep.
Simply because we've done competitions like this in the past, and screamer farming ruins it for everybody.
It does, yeah.
Because one person monopolizes all the zombies on the server and brings everything to a grinding halt.
It will be a scratch start, Tula.
Yep, 100% scratch start.
Will be vanilla. There will be dangerous cities. It's going to be cool. It doesn't give you any disadvantage, as everyone's going to be on an equal footing, and the Arc scores are getting reset anyway. So as the two don't compare, like TJ says, there's going to be like a coin flip event at the end, so the two games will go head to head, and prizes will be won. Speaking of prizes, do you want to go into some more details about prizes?
Oh yes.
Yes.
Sorry. So the top prize will be the £50 gift card, or gift card in equivalent currency denomination for Steam. The second prize will be £30 gift voucher that can be redeemed on the WickedNinjaGames website. That includes spending it on merch, perks, ranks, items in game, all that kind of stuff. And then positions 3, 4, and 5 will come with a tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3 sub as well. For those making considerable effort during the event, there may also be some bonus prizes for runners-up all the way up to the top 10.
To answer Bob's question, no, there will not be Blood Moons. And
no Blood Moons.
That decision based on it means everybody can enter. Everybody who plays on the No Blood server, or everybody plays on the normal Horde mode servers, everyone can enter. Everyone can be on evil footing. An even footing, even not an evil footing. It's quite apt though, for 7 days.
We were testing this the other day. Both me and Nani were on there, and we were just trying to batter zombies like just non-stop. We couldn't run out of the little buggers. So it seems to behave much better. Obviously, in the cities as well, that really helps. It seems to behave much better with distributing zombies around, spawning them around you, despawning them, and just controlling the general population when you don't have things like screamers involved in the mix. So yeah, it was good. Yeah, and then we just take the top players from the two servers and they coin off against each other. I will be posting. I'll probably put it on Discord and on the website. Full details. That will detail what the prizes are, how you get them, who wins them, and where to find the leaderboards and things like that. For Arc, the top 10 will be available via command on Discord. So it'll be exclamation mark, stats, space, top kills. So to give you some idea of how hard people are working at the moment, let's do that. Don't let me down, Fred. There we go.
Good boy.
So as of tomorrow, that wild dino kills counter will be reset, and we will be taking the totals at next Wednesday's maintenance. Not the one coming, the one after, and that's when the prizes go out.
That list actually surprises me.
It does.
That's cool. I just had a really cool idea there.
Yes.
We were saying some sort of coin flip off for the two games to go head to head, the two people
Yes.
involved, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just completely out there because it just popped into my head. These little the websites you can do where you play like little party games or stuff like that.
Oh yes.
Maybe we could have a head to head.
I did suggest that the winners go into a game of Among Us at our expense, obviously.
Yes,
and,
something similar to that. Yes.
and the winner comes out. But that didn't go down very well last time.
It was just a thought.
It's a good thought. I love that idea.
Something
I love all the
entertaining,
winners.
like a battle to the death, but kind of upbeat.
My personal idea was all the top 10 players go into a mass game of Among Us, and the 10 longest surviving players that come out of those games kind of get the prizes type thing. But then I thought, a bit complicated.
Yes,
and
just a thought.
Among Us hide and seek.
So, do we have any questions before we tie up for this week?
Yes.
Is anybody got any burning desires they need to know about, or
a whole week of killing?
It's a good job. We got lots of giveaways going on then. Terrific. Yes, quick, you can. At your own risk.
Bunch.
Meat stacks need upping.
Meat stacks need upping. Yes, they do. I think they do.
More meat per stack. Sounds like a recipe for a good burger.
Yeah, as long as I don't change the weight, I don't mind putting 1,000 in a stack. However, that then does make breeding very easy. That was the reason why we didn't up it, I remember now. Meat stack size is one of the regulating factors on how quickly people can grow and pump out dinos. So yeah, well, think about it. We may, if we up the stack size, we may have to reduce the inventory size of a few things, as in powered items. But yeah, we'll look at meat stack sizes. We've got a lot on over the next week, especially with the 2 events running and the prizes and stuff to administer after that. Server maintenance tomorrow, putting in the new mods for the quality of life stuff, plus the Arc Shop rework, and quests are still going on in the background. I've been working on the spreadsheet for that as well. So yeah, lots going on.
Okay.
At some point, there's a couple of other mods we need to review still and make sure that they're good to go in. Old suggestions that haven't quite been finished off yet.
I mean, we could talk about that Paleo Arc. That looked really cool.
I had a brief look at it. I am not familiar enough with it, I don't think. It does look cool, though.
The dinosaurs are quite appealing because a lot of them are sort of realistic, and I like that sort of thing. That is true, Quick. You're now not the only miner. There's now 2 of you. There's probably more. They're just very quiet. And yes, realistic dinos, Nugget. No more monsters. Back to the dinos. But again,
Let's just put realistic dinos on FuelJaw when it releases.
yay!
I still want to have PvE raid bases for people to conquer. Yes, they do. I saw KBD and Paleo work together. That's what brought it to our attention.
Yeah, it was in the patch notes yesterday, and I was like, ooh, this looks cool. And then Abyss got all excited, because Abyss loves the dinosaurs.
Right, should we wrap it up for tonight?
Yeah, I think we'll wrap it up for today. So, we have been the Wicked Ninjas. You have all been awesome. Good night for tonight. We will see you tomorrow, and let the slaughtering begin. Say goodbye to YouTube, everybody. Bye.
Bye. I love that. I
love it.
There's a Jaws gift somewhere, isn't there?
You better find it quick.
Jaws. Oh, there we go.